The Terminator series has had a problem with sequels after the second film. The first is a very classic tech-noir thriller, and it's one of my favorite films. And the second Terminator is a fun action film of the 90s. However, after all that, all the Terminator films have been such shit. But does this new one do anything better than the others? So Terminator Dark Fate ignores all the sequels after 2. It picks up 3 years after the second film. Sarah Connor and John are living their lives on the run, having prevented Judgment Day from happening, when suddenly a T-800 Terminator arrives and murders John right in front of Sarah before disappearing. The film then cuts to present-day Mexico City. A new Terminator, the Rev 9, has traveled back in time from an awful future to murder a woman, Danny. However, a cybernetically enhanced human named Grace has also traveled back in time to protect Danny from getting killed. As they make their escape from the new Terminator, they run into Sarah, who is much older and still fighting and killing Terminators. They decide to team up and stop this Terminator from murdering Danny. Alright, so this movie's okay. Not great, not amazing, just okay. Now, it's a lot better than a lot of the other previous films have tried to do. T3 was a really shitty follow-up. Salvation was just a dumb depiction of the terrible future. And I didn't even bother with Genesis because of what they did to Kyle Reese. Linda Hamilton is the best part of this film. She plays Sarah as this woman who's just tired of all this bullshit and just wants to avenge her son. There's this sort of 80s renaissance going on with these female characters like Laurie Strode from Halloween and Sarah Connor coming back as older women and still kicking ass. This film also has 2 new characters, Danny and Grace, played by Natalie Reyes and Mackenzie Davis. Danny is new to all this fighting, so she spends most of the film trying to stay alive. But when things start hitting the fan, she rises to the opportunity. Grace is this cybernetically enhanced human, trying to do whatever it takes to keep Danny safe, but prefers to do things her own way. And of course Arnold returns as the T-800. After killing John, he found and met a family and develops a conscience. Arnold is fine in the film. He gets some funny moments here and there, and it's really nice to see him and Linda Hamilton together again. I don't really think I can recommend this film. It's not awful by any means, but it feels like they just can't quite reach the heights of the first 2 films. To be honest, I wish this series would just die already. We have 2 great films. We don't need any more sequels.